Hello everyone, I'm Recv5,
And I'm Sandman099.
and we're back with the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Yes, with Winter Frost. And we have a mission to continue here. And we have to break into, and as I find the thing here, we have to break into the Imperial Legion compound and get a seal for the letter that we had forged in the last episode.
Yep.
So here we go. And I guess that part of breaking in will be that we have to walk right in through the front door.
As most good burglars do.
Yeah. Oh, there goes that guy again. I guess jail must be his home away from home, hey?
Yeah, well, I imagine, being a pirate and a ruffian, you probably get arrested a fair bit, right?
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm in the right place. And there doesn't seem to be anybody here telling me that I'm not supposed to be here or anything. Blah-de blah blah. Like, you're not supposed to be here, right?
You're not supposed to be in here.
Yeah. Not very well guarded place. Anyway. Okay, here we go.
It's got the hardest kind of lock on it.
Yes, damn it.
But at least you don't need a certain skill level in order to pick the lock.
True.
Unlike Fallout games.
Yeah, but Fallout 4 is easy because if you just pick the perks, right?
I don't want to pick the perks.
But Fallout New Vegas is another story altogether.
I mean, you could, I guess, just invest all of your early game points into lockpicking.
Yeah, I know. That would be kind of rough.
Well, it's kind of like investing all of your early game points into guns. I guess, do you want to be really good at killing people, or do you want to be really good at picking locks?
Well, I generally try to be really good at staying alive. Is this where I'm supposed to get this from? This chest?
I'd try the desk
Yeah,
first.
I think I'm going to try the desk first. That seems to make most sense. If I was going to hide or lock up an Imperial seal, that's where I would keep it.
Oh, just do it already.
Yeah, you made me break my pick.
I couldn't stand there and watch you play with that tumbler any longer.
Well,
No, it's not in there.
It's not in here.
Is it on the desk?
Of course it is. Okay, I've sealed the letter with the seal. Now I must deliver it to Countess Umbernox personally. I will take on the role of courier. Okay. Guess we gotta sneak out of here first. Oh, geez, look at these guys.
Yeah, but it's
nothing
fine,
to see here. Yeah.
You're allowed in this part of the room, so as soon as you came out and entered that part of the room, you were fine.
Yeah, wow. How weird. Where were all those guys when I came in?
Must have been shift change.
I must have just got lucky and caught them at exactly the right moment or something.
Yep. And there goes that guy off from his stint in prison again.
Yep. So I guess now we're on our way back to Anvil again, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
One of these days I'm gonna have to take care of some of the unfinished business here in the Imperial City. Things like Thornier's shop and some of the other things that I haven't really picked up on.
Yeah, the little side quests.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm working on my strategy, actually, for once I finish this Thieves Guild quest line, I thought that I would just go ahead with the main quest line for a bit. And I've been working on doing something to help out with that. I've developed this thing called Shield for Boris. You know, because Boris is that jackass that rushes in without any armor on and gets killed all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, well, anyway, but that's not the final version of it. I'm going to try and work on it a little bit. Map. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the one I want to go through, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, the way I figured it is if I can give Boris some kind of magical shield, and maybe even, you know, some other magical effect that buffs his health or something, then, you know, maybe he won't die instantly.
You know, here's another thought, too. Bound weapons and bound armor are the highest AC and strength weapons and armor in the game, and they also have 0 weight. And the fact that they have 0 weight means that you can reverse pickpocket them onto people.
Uh-huh.
And so
yeah,
you
but
could...
don't they disappear?
Nope, not if you repair them past their maximum durability.
Oh, really? Oh, that's an interesting thing. I'll have to try that. Maybe
There's like a special glitch. I can't remember exactly how it works because it's been like years and years and years since I've done it. But it's like you repair it past its maximum durability and then you can drop it.
Uh-oh, it's 5:30 in the morning.
And then you wait for the spell to run out. And then you can pick the weapons back up and they don't disappear.
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Let's see here.
So it might actually be worth going around going through the Mages Guild in order to get those kinds of spells. Because I think you have to get through the Mages Guild in order to get them all.
Yeah, you never know. What is this thing?
That's a weapon you made last time, I think.
And this is a weapon I made, too. Yeah. I've got all kinds of magical weapons here now, just in case I get disarmed.
Yeah, including another silver short sword, I see.
That's right, I haven't given up yet.
This is like number 3.
Oh, I've got an extra set of glass boots, too, by the looks of it.
Planning on selling them?
I guess I'll sell them because it's unlikely I'm going to find something like these ones that have 25% fire shield on them anytime soon.
Yeah, you can't even get a 25% effect on a sigil stone.
Yeah.
You can only get a 20% effect on a sigil stone.
Yeah, and I'm not likely to be able to enchant any of these. The only problem is I can't sell armor to anybody in here because they don't buy armor here.
Well, it's not that heavy.
Yeah. Well, maybe the next town.
They don't buy armor at the mall.
They don't buy armor at the mall. Okay.
Only you were at the goddess store.
Well, I just want to do a little bit of playing around here because I've learned some things.
Oh?
Yeah.
A pleasure to speak with you.
So first we need to talk to this guy.
Have a look around.
And we need to
find better prices in all Tamriel.
Not do this. We need to do this.
The spell thing.
The spell thing.
You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
I've always kind of ignored where are we here? I've always kind of ignored this particular effect, the destruction damage health, because for some reason I was under the impression that it was a temporary effect, kind of like the drain health.
Yeah,
but it's not.
No, it's not.
And so, what I figured I would do.
Thank you for your business.
Here is do a couple of things with my spell making. And one of those things that I will do
is damage health.
Yeah, if I can find this stupid thing.
Do you have enough destruction skill to cast that spell?
Maybe I don't. Maybe that's what the problem is.
Aha.
Damn it! Okay, I can't cast that spell yet.
You'll have to work on your destruction.
Yeah, requires a destruction skill of 25. Requires a do I not have destruction skill of 25?
You have a destruction skill of 11.
Okay. that would explain why I can't do anything with that. But
you could go over this for
I can still
me,
do
cast
this
them.
though. I can still do this. Okay. So we're going to do an absorb health. And we're going to do one that I can cast reasonably often. And it'll be a single target. And we're going to combine that with Where is it? Sure, I have it. Yeah. Soul Trap. Also with a duration of 1, which doesn't actually raise the cost to cast that spell all that much. Although I may need to reduce the absorb health cost a little bit, because I don't have that much magicka. There. That's not bad. So I can use this in a melee type situation, and it can help me to maybe do some soul trap, right?
Well, not only that, but it's good to have a touch-based spell, even a weak one, like for fighting human enemies, because they can block, right? And so if somebody wants to put up their shield and turtle behind the shield and block, what you do is you walk up to them and you hit them with your touch-based spell to get around that, right? Or with enemies like Clan Fear, like you might notice I make great use of touch-based spells against Clan Fear. That's one of the reasons why I took Destruction as one of my primary skills, right?
Yeah.
For you, though, you have a fairly decent restoration skill. I suppose you could use your restoration as an offensive weapon.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm playing to my strengths. So it's kind of a specialty type of a thing, but it's something that I can use to inflict damage, and also maybe I don't have absorb magicka by the looks of it. I have to find that. Oh, I know where I can get that. I have to go. I'm going there anyway.
To Breville?
Yeah. But anyways, so basically though, you can you know use your spells in all sorts of different combinations when you're making custom spells. And I guess for people who do not have them all, you have to go through the Mage Guild's quest first in order to get access to the spell-making altar. But you'll notice that I've got here a duration one as well, but it costs quite a bit more. Whereas this one is a lesser one.
Yep.
So this one will actually drain 15 point or absorb health 15 points over 5 seconds. Right?
Yep.
And it also keeps the soul trap on for 5 seconds too. Whereas this one is basically a one-touch thing. I hit you and the effect fires. Right?
Well, it's important to have those kinds of single target effect spells, though.
Yeah.
Because what if you end up one-on-one in a room with, say, a Dataroth?
Yeah. As
right?
opposed to... Well, also there's the friendly fire issue too, because with a spell like this that affects everything within 10 distance units... Well, actually, this one doesn't. It's a single hit one as well. But I do have, for example, this one.
Yep.
Right? That affects every target within 10 feet, which could be as many as 5 targets at once.
Yep.
But you can also affect your allies with this spell if you're not careful. So basically I wanted to make a single target spell like that too. And since this character can kind of, you know, stand in there and get involved in melee a little bit without getting killed, it's not a terrible idea to have those kinds of spells.
Yep.
Because I can still cast that spell and then block and that kind of thing.
That's right. And that's actually exactly what I do, right? I think I'm still using the old shocking touch that I bought from the store at the beginning of the game, but it's still effective enough when you need a spell, right?
Yeah.
So you don't often need a spell, but when you need a spell, it's there.
Okay, well, the harmful rays of the sun have gone away. It is now time to head back out onto the road and take some damage from jumping. Because we need to improve our acrobatics, of course.
See, somebody should just replace the sound of the taking damage thing with the sound of bones cracking.
Wow, that takes a lot of magic to cast that. Almost all of it.
Well, you didn't take the Mage Burst sign at the beginning, I don't think, did you?
No.
It might be worth investing in some equipment that fortifies your magicka then.
Maybe. Uh-oh, what's going on here?
That's a mountain lion.
Yeah, okay. So you'll notice that the spell that is spread out over several seconds, though, continues to drain health from my enemy, even while I'm whacking it with a weapon.
Yep.
But there is another variant of that, too, and one of the reasons that I looked at doing single hit type weapons, too, because basically, if you're playing a pure mage character, which one of my other characters is,
yeah,
the cast the duration thing and then you know, like hit with a alternate weapon kind of thing doesn't really work very well, because you know, like your pure mage character isn't really very talented at that kind of thing.
Yep.
So you're better off. Basically, your spells are like a melee weapon. Pretty much. That's how I play a mage character. Like, I do have some distance spells too, but my favorite one is a cold spell that has a 10-foot area of effect, so that it's basically like a wall of cold going away from me in a wave.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to pinpoint a target at a distance, which I'm not really very good at. So it's a little more forgiving and allows me to hit a little more easily.
That's actually something maybe I should do someday, because I've always thought about playing a sorcerer character because they have access to heavy armor. And so you could play the sorcerer character with the heavy armor, but then still cast all the destruction spells and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, you still lose some
Yes.
Efficiency.
I think it's based on your armor skill, how much efficiency you lose, but even at max armor skill, you still have only a 95% efficiency. So you always lose 5% off everything. Now,
That's right. And I wanted to get away from that when I made my pure mage character. And it's not like a mage class, right? I do have a couple of other things in there. I actually put in some hand-to-hand skill.
Oh yeah.
And so the idea being that, you know, like I do have some physical ability to defend myself if I must.
This again.
Yeah, I don't know why that happens. That's weird.
It only does it when you play.
Yeah.
There's something about this saved. Who the hell knows? Because it's the same game with the same mods.
Yeah.
F5 is your friend, that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
It just goes to show, though, like, how things can happen. I know we actually had that same problem in another game playthrough that we're doing, Fallout 4, where, like, one save game had a questline break, and the other save game was perfectly fine, and didn't have that questline broken, and there's no rhyme or reason for it, because they were both started with the same mods, and no new mods were installed in between the playthrough starting and ending, so it's just like, what?
Yeah, we still haven't figured out why that happened. But we actually spent a couple of days off and on trying to figure out why that happened. And that was actually with our posted playthrough.
Yep.
And the railroad quest line appears to be broken with that playthrough for some reason, and we actually spent a couple of days off and on trying to figure out why, and we were not able to.
Well, as most as I can figure out, like, you know, maybe it's kind of broken in kind of the same way some of the quests here in Oblivion can be broken. Like, if you wait long enough, certain quests just seem to break due to time. That can happen.
Yeah, I suppose it's possible that might be what happened.
Of course, it could also be related to doing some other quest line before doing that quest line. I mean, who the hell knows? But it's not like you did anything that's supposed to lock you out of that quest line. All you did was Radiant quests, right? But it could be some kind of weird interaction between one of those side quests and the primary railroad quest line.
Yeah.
Like who the hell knows?
Well, anyway.
And that's how things tend to break here in Oblivion too, actually.
Yeah, you wander into a dungeon somewhere that's involved in a quest without realizing it, and then you blow up whatever that quest might have been.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as it was in Skyrim, though. Like, in Skyrim it was the worst. Oblivion was never that fragile, but Skyrim, for the longest time, if you just walked randomly into dungeons and cleared them out, then you would break quest after quest after quest, and it was terrible. Whereas, I don't think you can actually break any entire quest lines in Oblivion by doing that. You can just break individual quests.
Yes, like the smaller side quests, right?
That's right.
Well, we can certainly travel fast here with Winter Frost. Anyway.
Well, that's because you run as fast as a paint horse.
Yeah. We'll be to Anvil before you know it.
Yeah, and then you could buy yourself a white stallion.
I don't need a horse.
Ooh.
Well, see, if I had a horse, I can't stop and do things like this.
Ah.
I can't pick flowers when I have a horse.
Well, here you were going on about traveling speed.
That's why I never ride a horse in Skyrim either, right? Because I can't pick flowers when I'm on the horseback.
I can't afford a horse in Skyrim. I can't afford a house in Skyrim.
Ooh, what was going on here?
Bandit.
You may speak.
I may, or I may not. Wow, that's a one heavy piece of equipment, that is.
But it's really, really expensive.
Yeah, it's worth a lot of money, old grab.
Yeah.
What else have we got here? Okay, well, we'll take the boots. We'll take the shield. We have to... Yeah, okay. It's probably okay to take the cuirass.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Is that not a male-type character?
Is it? Maybe.
We'll take the chance.
Well, if it isn't, I'll just edit it out.
Yeah,
it is.
It is. It's a male-type character, so yeah, we're fine. I can loot at will.
Yep, you can loot dudes.
I can actually go back there and eat him too. Might be able to get a little bit of blood out of him. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just I'm cleaning up your leavings here.
What are they, vampire hunters? Or
They're
werewolf hunters? Yeah, they're
werewolf
werewolf.
hunters.
So they're
Yeah.
like, well, you know what? If you're a vampire, that's not my problem, buddy. That's not my job description.
Yep.
Quit wasting my time.
Yep. Not in my zone, coach.
That's right.
There's a will-o'-the-wisp up there in the distance. Ooh. However, maybe I can just run past it. Because they're a pain in the ass and I hate them.
You could just run past it anyways, because you run faster than a will-o'-the-wisp can move.
It didn't even notice me. It must have been turned around looking the other way.
Ha! I don't think those things have directions. See, I can see it now. There's a big formless orb floating about, and then someone like Jim Carrey goes, "Look over there," and then runs away, or some shit like that.
But the formless orb goes, huh?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
It's been a long time since I've seen The Mask. Uh-oh.
Oh, is that a...
Oh, well, look at that. There's like a whole gaggle of them
You
here.
need a...
Hey, it just so happens that I've got weapons that are effective against those things.
Just beware of being disarmed.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I've got backup weapons, too. Okay, here we go. Silver Lightning.
Yep, that's a silver short sword.
It is. All right. What do we want to use for a spell here? I think we want to use... Probably... Yeah, let's try using this.
Yeah, what the hell?
Can't hurt. Wow, look at him melt that werewolf, eh? Ooh.
Yeah, that one was just a regular werewolf, I think.
Yeah.
Silver weapons are incredibly deadly against
he missed
them.
me. Missed me. Yeah, that's it for you.
That's another one.
What about you? Who's next? Come on. Okay, fine. I'm gonna eat your buddy then while you make up your mind.
Walks up to you and gets free hit.
Don't want some? Okay, that's fine. Let's see what else we can get here. Arrow of Sunlight. Ebony Tanto.
Oh, look, it's Daedric boots.
Where? Oh, wow. What's he doing with those?
Why can't I get a pair of Daedric boots? Wait, I think I have a pair of Daedric boots now.
Yeah.
It's Greaves that I'm missing.
Fine Warden. Boy, you know what? All these things are so heavy. Like, wow. I can carry an absolutely massive amount of stuff, and I still can't loot these 2 werewolves completely.
Yeah, but you do already also have a whole crap load of money.
Well, let's see here. Yeah. There. So is that one coming after me now? Oh, okay. Come on.
Backpedal, backpedal,
All right.
backpedal.
Never mind. We'll just go.
I've never seen a werewolf react like that before.
Yeah, well.
There goes a bear. It's going to tangle with that bear now.
He's following me, but it's like he's not too sure.
Well, he is fighting. He's functioning properly.
Yeah, weird.
Who knows?
He just wasn't too sure whether he wanted to tangle with me or not, I guess.
I guess so. Apparently bear is easier fight.
Should have seen earlier today, it was so funny.
Probably want to switch weapons.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, we'll switch weapons, yeah.
Is that a shovel?
No, it's some kind of two-handed axe blade type weapon, I guess.
Two-handed whatchamacallit?
Yeah, it's a two-handed whatchamacallit. Okay, well, I'm full, so I can't loot anything anyhow. Let's do some repair hammering here while we're at it. Well, unless it tells me I can't because I'm in combat or something.
Yeah, you're in combat because that werewolf still hasn't ceased following you yet.
You cannot repair when enemies are nearby. Is he still following me?
No, he's just aware. Oh, yeah, he is.
There he is.
Wait, where's he going?
I don't know.
He just ran right past you. He's going way the...
How weird.
Oh, he's still fighting the bear.
He's still fighting the bear? Okay, well, okay, whatever.
What the hell, man? I don't understand that at all.
I guess we'll just keep going.
They can keep each other occupied.
It's the Night of the Shy Werewolf.
Yeah. That's so weird.
Like, I really want to kill you, but I don't want to die.
God.
I've never had that happen before. Oh, my acrobatics just increased, see?
And you got a level up from it.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before. That's really weird.
I mean, I've had enemies run away before.
Yeah, and I've had them chase me when they couldn't run fast enough to catch me, but I've never had one behave the way that one has.
Where it's like half running away, half not?
Well, it follows me, and when I turn around and draw a weapon, it runs away, it backs away, right?
Yep, yep.
Which is kind of strange.
Who knows?
Oh, did it finally give up? Okay, now I can repair my stuff.
I don't think it gave up yet.
Don't think it gave up yet? No, it didn't give up yet. Oh, maybe it was talking about this mountain lion here. Hey, let's try out that spell now. Maybe I can trap a soul here. Okay.
Quite possibly, if you can kill it with the spell.
I'm not sure how far.
Oh, I guess the bear won.
There! See? It worked.
Yep.
Hey! I'm out of magicka now, though.
Okay, you have time to regenerate some while you kill this bear. I guess bear tougher than werewolf?
I don't know. Maybe it's a different bear.
Not quite possibly. I mean, it seems like in your game, at least, you can't swing a dead cat without finding a bear.
You don't seem to have this same issue.
Yeah,
so much.
there's just not like a massive population of bears.
I didn't have enough magicka to finish him off.
Ah, well. But yeah, there's just not this massive population of bears in my game, and there's this huge population of bears in yours. I just can't understand it. It's like every time, because like I'm pretty sure all the enemies that spawn in the game are randomized, right?
Well,
but it's like every single time it comes to generate a random encounter for you, it just goes bear.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Don't I have that, like, yeah, I do. Okay, there. Okay, well, might as well eat the mountain lion too while we're here. Alright, now that we got a little bit of... What the hell? Oh, okay.
Oh, it's because your blood levels fluctuate a little bit.
Yeah, my blood levels fluctuate a little bit. And some of these things are stupidly heavy. I don't want to drop any of them because they're all money.
Well, your
Oh well, fuck it.
blood
I'm gonna
level
drop
should
this.
level out in a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have a little bit. I don't want to be caught out in the harmful rays of the sun here before I make it to shelter.
Hey man, you could have used the pickup thing where you just drop the dwarven warhammer and pick it up and carry it back to town.
No, you've managed to make being over encumbered into an art, but you know, that's just not my thing.
Hey, that works in Fallout as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually learned that the other day.
You were doing that in Fallout New
Yes,
Vegas,
I was.
were you?
I was. It works.
So what did you call your Mr. Generic guy this time around anyway?
Oh, I don't know. I just gave him like some random name.
Because he's just some generic guy.
Yep, he's literally the generic guy.
Okay, let's try this out here again. Oh, I didn't quite. Oh no, yeah, I didn't quite. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he finished him off on me before I could cast the spell. I guess it has to be fairly precise timing, hey?
Yeah, well, basically, if your spell kills them, you get the soul.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Damn faithless Imperial.
Anyway, like I was saying, repair hammer time, which I've been trying to do for the last little while with all the bears and mountain lions and all that kind of stuff that keep popping up.
Well, you have a lot of repairing to do.
Well, I'm repairing all of the things that I looted too, right?
Well, that also loosens up 4 more pounds for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 more pounds of shit.
When you get
can
to the
loot.
point where you're counting your encumbrance down to the last pound like that, well, or imaginary, arbitrary,
Pound.
abstract weight unit.
Pound.
There's no way they're pounds.
There's absolutely
There's
pounds.
absolutely no way that they're pounds.
You're a vampire. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to carry 500 pounds of shit. You just look like a pack Brahmin going down the road.
Yeah. I wish that you could get a bigger ease burden type spell. Like that you could make a bigger one.
Alas, it's not to be.
Yeah.
I don't know what the strongest one you can buy is, but I know the ones you can buy have a longer duration than the ones you can make.
Your money or your life.
Are you kidding? Really?
Pays 100 gold.
Yeah. Screw you, pal.
What's the...
I'm just gonna eat you. You're not even worth my sword. Well, okay, maybe I will have to sword you a little bit.
Just warm.
Bandit tries to rob someone. The someone is a vampire and a sword master.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm a sword master, but I'm definitely better at sword fighting than he is. Well, let's see if he's got any... He's got a flimsy Mirandil war axe. Whatever.
Hey,
that
he's
is.
got leather boots.
Yeah, he does. So what?
You could take his leather boots and sell them for 5 gold.
Yeah. Or I could just leave him there.
Oh, man. I can't believe a bandit with that low level of gear spawned at this level. I guess they really are kind of random.
Well, didn't you say that was one of the criticisms that people made about this game, was that as you leveled up, bandits started spawning with glass armor and stuff like that?
Yeah, people really didn't like that.
Yeah.
Personally, I actually really do like it, because, you know, it means that, first of all, the enemies do keep up with you, but secondly, it makes getting high-level gear a lot easier. You don't get gear throttled in this game, right? Whereas, you know, you can end up in some situations in Skyrim where you're basically in the arms race, right? Because you can't find enough high-level gear to outfit yourself in. But in Oblivion here, it's really not that big a deal. And I mean, it's not like Oblivion in that regard was any different from, say, a game like Daggerfall, right? It's just the enemies don't look any different in Daggerfall when they wear super duper high power armor, right? You just kind of randomly find it, and sometimes they have junk and sometimes they don't.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wait here in the Anvil Fighters Guild until the store opens, because I need to unload some of this stuff. Even if I'm not going to get what it's worth, a lot of it. Because that guy probably only is going to have 800 gold pieces or something on him. But what can you do?
Although I guess, too, one of the things that might be a source of the complaint for people is if you were to, like, make a magic character and then just level up by casting spells over and over and over again, you would never get any gear upgrades and you'd never get any endurance. And so you'd have a incredibly high-level character. Like, you can get an incredibly high-level character, like level 30-something, who has, like, only, like, maybe 150 hit points and can do no real damage because they don't know any real spells and has no real way to protect themselves, and you just get one-shot by, like, a lot of stuff. Well, not exactly one-shot, but
this guy likes me.
Oblivion close to one-shot, right? Like,
Can I interest you?
if you ever want to see how what I'm talking about sometime, just pick a mage character and then just start, like, casting, like, conjuration spells and over and over and over again, and don't engage in combat, and maybe cast, like, shield spells over and over and over again, and you'll very quickly end up with a character who cannot fight and is high level but useless. Because that is very possible to do in this game because of the way the level up system works.
Yeah, well, it can happen that way in Skyrim too, right? Like, if, you know, remember the old, the Draugr are training?
Oh yeah, the
thing,
Draugr are training
right?
meme, yep.
Where they show the guy and he's working hard at his armor, or his smithing and his alchemy, and meanwhile the Draugr are training and they show the Draugr lifting weights and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff, yeah. Well, this is actually a better bow than what I had.
Yeah, the only way I ever really found a way to keep up with enemies in Skyrim, at least on Legendary difficulty, was to train heavy armor every single level. Right, because I still play the same type of character in that game as I do in this. Maybe less magic-centric, actually, because you can't cast spells with a two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a pure melee build in that one. But, like, you have to train heavy armor, like, every single level and get the maximum out of it in order to actually maintain a decent armor class for that degree of difficulty.
Well, there are other ways to play the game, too.
Well, that's why I don't ever have the ability to afford a house or a horse or anything else, though.
Yeah. But what I try and do is, I know that the first instinct for a lot of people is to try and get their smithing up and their alchemy up and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? I avoid doing that.
It makes you level up too fast.
Well, it makes you level up, but it makes you level up in the wrong things. Because good smithing or good alchemy is not going to keep you alive
in a fight.
When you meet up with the Draugr, what was that? Draugr murder death boss king or something?
Yeah, the Draugr murder boss death king.
Yeah, the Draugr murder boss death king, right? Not going to help you. And so what I found was I don't spend a lot of time training, but I also when I go adventuring, well, I make sure that I use the skills that I need in order to you know, develop a strong character that will be able to survive.
Well, at least for the melee combat, I found that basically you have to choose a weapon skill, an armor skill, and then try to avoid leveling up anything else as much as you can, right? Because at your level, you want to punch above your weight, right? So, say you're level 10, well, you want to have, like, an extremely high armor skill and an extremely high weapon skill for your level at level 10 so that you'll actually be physically tougher than the enemies you're going against.
Yeah. Whereas I tend to play even more sneaky of a type of character than this one is. I need to find, what else do I need to find here? Well, okay. I'm not doing too bad as far as stuff goes.
And I guess it's not that you shouldn't get smithing, but, you know, smithing really only serves to give you that extra little bit of damage on your weapons, or that extra little bit of armor in between levels where you can't take the perk that will increase your damage or your armor class by like 20%, right?
I need to go to Castle Anvil. Well, what I tend to do is I tend to play a sneaky character, kind of like this character, only even more so since stealth archery is more of a thing.
Yep.
And my philosophy is kill your enemies before they know you're there. And if you play with the stealth, like with the archery tree and with the sneak tree, then you gain the ability to deal out massive amounts of damage from sneak attacks.
Yep.
And and also sneaking is kind of broken in that game too. Like if you get up to the point where you spent a few perks on sneak and you're fairly good at it, you can literally almost sneak right up to an enemy that's facing you and they won't notice.
Yeah, I know. I regularly sneak up on enemies and whack them with my two-handed sword.
Yeah. So, is this the person I'm supposed to...
Ilona Umbranox, Countess of Anvil.
Yep.
I hope you enjoy your visit. I trust you will give us no cause to regret our hospitality to strangers.
I won't. New guard captain. Okay.
You have the Imperial Watch recommendation for my new guard captain?
I sure do.
Normally, these missives are handled by my steward, Darahil. Let me see that. Hieronymus Lex looks like the best choice. I was about to give the position to Darahil's cousin. It's right there. I'll fill in his name, and you can deliver it to Captain Lex. Thank you, courier. My steward will tip you.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's get out of here then.
You are dismissed.
I am dismissed. Where's your steward? I want to get tipped. Okay. Where's the steward?
Rip steward. Steward rip.
Or was that just something she said? She didn't really mean it.
Well, I mean, technically the steward is
yeah, okay. I'm not
member, right?
Yeah, I'm not getting tipped. Okay, well. I guess in order to... Maybe I should just hang around in here and wait. until the harmful rays of the sun. No, I need to go and visit the Mages Guild because I just remembered what I needed to do. Yes, there is a spell I need to buy from a member of the Anvil Mages Guild to complete my set.
I see, I see.
Yes. And I have enough blood pool here that I can survive being outside for a little bit. I'm not even a member of the Mages Guild, I think, but I can still buy stuff from them anyway.
Yeah, I think it's really only in the Arcane University services that are locked off to you.
It's not that guy. It's this guy. Yeah.
I greet you, Thorin, journeyman of the Mages Guild.
How's it going? We make
Yes?
friends? Or
Oh, apparently he's actually friendly to you. Would you look at that?
well, you would think that male wood elves would be
Don't talk such rot. Good one.
somewhat friendly,
So
right?
say, whatever you want.
Oh, now he likes you less than you started.
Don't talk such. Good one.
He likes jokes.
I doubt
He doesn't like
he
breaking.
doesn't like that.
I
Okay.
accept. I have no
I must have
choice.
misread his facial expression
I
or
doubt
something.
it. Don't talk such rot.
Rotate.
Yes, whatever you say.
Yes.
Sure, that's cute. Don't try to manipulate. Don't, please. I'm sorry. That's pretty good. That never happened.
There, now we're on track.
That's pretty good. So, don't try to manipulate. Don't, please. I'm sorry. Not now. Not later. Not ever. Sure, that's pretty fun. Yes, yes, whatever you say. Yeah, I get. That's pretty. What nonsense. Whatever you want.
There you go.
That works for me.
Yeah.
What can I interest
Okay,
you
we
in?
want to buy the spell Absorb Magicka.
Oh, don't forget to haggle.
Well, for 43 gold, I don't know that it really matters. that much.
Haggle.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you've already
he's
got
already, yeah, he's
heavily
already
haggled.
given me. Yeah. So, anyway, here we go. Absorb Magicka. Because
Come back
then,
and see me again.
in the spell making altar, you can,
Good day.
make spells that combine absorb health or absorb stamina, along with absorb magicka.
And what does that do for you?
Well, it absorbs magicka.
Well, obviously.
It's good to use against spellcasters because it helps to, it still is a net loss each time you cast it,
Yep.
but it helps to bolster your magic supply a little bit while taking away from theirs, right?
Well, and I guess, too, it's one of the things you can actually cast, given that you don't have a very high destruction spell
Yeah.
or skill.
Yeah, and I've been relying mainly on touch-based spells anyways, just because this is the kind of character I've been playing, right?
Yep.
Okay, what are we supposed to do here now? We got to go and deliver the good news to Hieronymus Lex. Say, hey, buddy, we just got you a nice, prestigious job over in Anvil. And he'll be very pleased.
Doubt it.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Don't think he'll be pleased? See, we just traveled this road. We're traveling back and forth and back and forth.
I know. So much Anvil. People are going to get sick of Anvil.
Yeah. Well, in a way it was kind of handy to go there because I got that spell I was looking for, and I'll be able to build some spells maybe to show off the next time we play with Winter Frost.
I guess I never realized how much Anvil-centric this game has been.
Yeah, so far anyway.
I suppose other quest lines aren't necessarily nearly as Anvil-centric. Like, the Mages Guild isn't quite as nearly as Anvil-centric, although you do go to Anvil. But it seems like both Fighters Guild and Thieves Guild have big, large Anvil sections in them. Is that the Black Horse Courier lady, and she's lost her horse?
No, I think that's from the Anvil Mages Guild associate quest. Right? Because they all give you an errand, and I think that's an NPC that's involved in that quest.
I see, I see.
How depressing. The road is deserted. I'm starting to get hungry.
Well, you're getting better at jumping.
Yeah, slowly. These things happen slowly. Another thing I'm doing kind of off camera too is training hand to hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because the best way to avoid getting disarmed is to just not have a weapon.
Lops off your hands. What now? Kind of reminds me of that one tale you were telling, I think earlier in the series.
from
the unnecessary violence mod.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I used to have that mod for this game. Well, there's dinner is served. Here we go.
It's Kitty Cat.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I should try that spell now, huh? We'll whittle him down a little first, though. Okay.
Just that last little bit of health just hangs on, so right?
Yeah, it's almost like they have more health once they get to that little tiny sliver or something. It always seems to take way longer to finish off an enemy once you get them down that low, right? Well, I got a few of those. I'll drink one just... What happened there?
Do you have any reflect damage?
Nope.
Huh. Weird.
I guess maybe I'll have to make one that has like a 2-second duration or something.
Possibly. It's hard to say with these things.
Yeah, well the problem... Oh, I was going the wrong way.
That's okay, you can cut down the road. I mean, it did work a couple of times already in this. If it doesn't work once in a while, I guess that's no big, huge loss.
Yeah, well, you know what? That one might be a little bit underpowered for the level I'm at, too. Only 10 points of damage per use.
Well,
by now I feel like I need something that's about 30, like 3 times that.
Not like you have the biggest magicka pool in the world, though.
Yeah, that's a bit of a hindrance, too.
You'll have to get some mage gear. Bolster your magicka some. I think actually if you run an Oblivion gate, you could probably get a sigil stone that gives you plus 50 magicka. That might be something useful to pursue. Are you fucking serious? This clown is still here?
Where is it? Here we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Are we gonna fight this time? Yep. Looks like we are. Okay.
Clown. Fucking clown.
Oh, look at that. He had some good stuff on him.
I wonder if the fact that his human form had a staff was why he was behaving so oddly.
Yeah, maybe. He thought he still wanted to be a magic user or something. But that's okay. We got him. I didn't know until today, actually, but you can actually break mages' staffs, too.
Yep. They do, in fact, have durability.
Yep. If you block with them enough, they will break.
I don't even think it's that high, either.
Oh.
And of course, with a mage's staff, you still need the repair magic items ability to repair them too.
Yes, that's what I discovered. Although, fortunately, it seems to be not very expensive to get somebody who's capable of it to repair them. It only cost me about 80 gold or something to repair my broken staff.
I see, I see.
Otherwise, all the mages in the world would just leave broken staves laying around all over the place, right? You wouldn't be able to walk 10 feet without stepping on one and tripping over it.
Surprisingly, the staff retains its magical effects even when you wrap it back together with duct tape.
Yeah.
I can't see how else they would repair a staff.
Yeah, you're not going to shoot me. Pretty funny, earlier today I was started to say this and then I got sidetracked and forgot. But I encountered a bandit with a crossbow. And said bandit, you know, took aim, and as I was heading toward the bandit, I jumped up in the air. And the crossbow bolt hit me and I stopped dead. Like, I literally stopped dead in my tracks in midair and dropped straight to the ground.
Now that's stopping power.
That's stopping power, yeah. That crossbow stopped me in my forward momentum in mid-leap.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Oh, well, I'll take those. Yeah.
Well, at least you're starting to master the art of picking flowers without stopping and looking at them.
Yeah, I don't get them all, but, you know. I still stop and look at them when I'm not playing for an audience, though.
Ah! What, do you just admire the foliage, or what's the logic?
Okay, watch this, watch. Oh, didn't do it that time. I swear, it happened.
It's like going into a wall?
Yeah, it was just like I jumped forward into a wall, and then I wasn't going forward anymore. Oh well. I'll never go hungry so long as there's bandits on the road. That's a weird thing. Okay, well, worth some money, I'll take it. Take your lockpick too. I'll probably need it.
Your rock-hard abs stopped the crossbow bolt.
Yep, that's right. See, you can still see the bolt sticking out of my back there, eh?
Ha! It's fine, it's just a flesh wound.
Yeah. I have that archery gameplay overhaul for Skyrim. And you should see what a character looks like if you run into an encounter with a bunch of guys that are armed with bows or crossbows or something. And at the end of it, you literally look like a pincushion because every arrow persists until you actually take the time to use like a lesser power type of function to remove the projectiles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're walking around and you've got like 45 arrows sticking out of your body, right? It looks so strange.
Oh, God.
And even things like ice spikes also persist, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're walking around, you got this great big ice spike sticking through your forehead and coming out the back of your head kind of thing. Right?
You're fine.
Yep. It was just the wind.
That's right. Don't accidentally steal that horse. That's why they put them there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Just while we're off on tangents, I really hope when they come out with Elder Scrolls 6 that they reintroduce some of the features that you had in Oblivion.
Yeah, I really miss a lot of the features that were in this game.
Oh, custom-made spells are really fun. Like, in this type of game, I've always played a kind of a rogue-type character, you know, sneaky stealth archer type.
Yep.
But in this game, I actually will make an effort to learn and use magic, because I can kind of make my own customized spells, right?
I guess, too, I missed the ability to cast spells with a weapon equipped.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I could go weapon and shield and then not have to de-equip my shield and still cast spells, or I could go two-handed weapon and then still cast spells.
That being said, though, from an immersion point of view, that does kind of make sense.
I don't know, I mean, if I'm using a two-handed weapon, I can just, like, rest the weapon on my shoulder and reach out and do the one-handed touch spell thing with the other hand.
Yeah. But
right?
you shouldn't, but if you've got a shield in one hand and a sword in the other, well, logic would dictate that you would actually have to maybe put the sword away before you could actually cast a spell. Right?
Nah.
Well, I mean, there are different points of view of it. Like, there was a TV
There's
show.
a right way to look at it and a wrong way to look at it.
There was
and
actually,
my way is the right way.
there was actually a TV show on several years ago now called The Magicians. And you know what was really cool about that show was that they really worked on complex hand gestures and arm movements, and even right down to fine gestures made with the fingers on both hands and that kind of thing. Like, it was very, very intricate and very precise. Like, they must have really practiced in order to be able to even do those things for the camera, right? And if you look at it as spell casting being that way, well, there's no way in hell that you could do some of the things that those guys, depicted in that show if you're holding a sword in one hand and a shield in the other.
Well, but...
in fact, there's no way that you could do most of the things that they did with only one hand.
Yeah, but it's not like spell casting in Skyrim is actually like that. You just hold out your hand and the flames come out.
Yeah, I know. But still, I guess it just depends on... I would imagine that there's probably many different opinions on how people feel that it's most immersive.
Well, basically, Skyrim reduced spellcasting to the stone and oak flesh spells for me, right? Like that, and ebony flesh and
jeez, that happened again.
And other things like that. That's basically what Skyrim did by virtue of its magic design.
I can eat this thing. Yeah. Hey.
Jeez.
And he's paralyzed, so he can't do anything. It's a power. It's not a glitch, it's a feature.
You're sliding backwards.
Yes, I see that.
Oh my god.
Hopefully I'll finish him off before we go off the edge of a cliff here or something. Well, he got a lot of blood on him. Now I'm going to be wrecked. Look at this. 140 centiliters of blood.
But yeah,
166.
I want them in Elder Scrolls 6 to bring back casting spells with weapons equipped. And then I also want them to bring back underwater combat and combat while jumping.
Yes, definitely those things do belong in the game. I'll agree with you on that one. But personally, I think that if, they are going to do the spell casting thing, and they're going to make some changes to it in the next Elder Scrolls, I personally would like to see Oblivion style
spell creation
come back. And I would also like to see them put a little bit more time and effort into gestures and that kind of thing for spell casting too. And actually, for that matter, even for weapon combat and especially for unarmed combat, I would like to see them put a lot more effort into making those things look better.
Yeah, well, it actually was better in Oblivion than it was in Skyrim.
Yeah, because the Skyrim hockey punch just is absolutely horrible, right?
Yep.
That was, when you go from Oblivion, where you actually have an unarmed combat skill that is somewhat effective, and then you go to Skyrim and everybody's like flailing their arms wildly around.
Yep.
And it was just depressing.
Yo, you actually practiced martial arts for a little bit at some point, didn't you?
Yeah, a long time ago when I was a young fellow, I practiced karate for a few years. So I know what a punch is supposed to look like. I was never an expert or anything, but, you know, like I know what a punch is supposed to look like.
And it's not like that.
And it's not like that. If anybody ever tried to punch me like that, they're basically, you know, like giving me such a wide open opening to do all sorts of horrible things to them, even though I'm not really an expert, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, you got some loft on that.
I did, look at that. 2. Oh, just stopped at 2.
Damn.
Yeah.
What is it, citizen?
So yeah, I think that definitely they needed to, and I'm not saying that it needs to be, you know, like super realistic quality stuff, but
Even Oblivion was just better.
Even Oblivion was better, even though some of their, you know,
power attack animations tend to be a little cheesy.
Were a little bit cheesy too. Like,
but at least they threw straight punches.
Like the double-handed fist thing.
Yeah.
Like you can't actually hit somebody effectively that way. I'm sorry, but people's arms don't work that way.
But the straight punches, though, and things like that.
Yeah, the straight punches, the jabs and crosses
the
and things like that.
backstepping palm hand and...
Yeah, like those were something that you could suspend your sense of disbelief a little bit and say, yeah, okay, that looks like that would work. Where am I going here? I'm completely lost. I need a map now. Okay, I need to hang a left and go 2 more things here.
This it better be.
But even so, I mean, you know, it'd be nice if they would take a page from even some of the hokey martial arts movies and stuff like that, you know, and get some... okay, he is in that area. You know, like take a page from some of those martial arts movies and stuff and give them, you know, like with a sword like this, you know, instead of just going I'm gonna do some, you know, like nice flourishy things and maybe some quick stabs and some when I block, I'm gonna do some fancy.
Even the is better than what they do in Skyrim, though, with the big baseball swings.
Yeah, the guy holds the two-handed weapon like it's a baseball bat, and he's up at the plate, right?
Yep. Although that's still better than Fallout 4's melee system. Oh my god.
It's absolutely the worst, though. The Fallout 4 melee system is the worst that I've ever seen. It was a step backward from Fallout New Vegas.
What is it, citizen?
Well, I'm looking for Hieronymus Lex. Is it okay if I go here? No. Well, I guess I'm going to have to wait for him to come out when he's damn good and ready, hey?
You could just go up there, talk to him, and then run back down.
Yeah, but I'll get arrested if I do that. And it's nearly time for him to be up and about anyway. And since I'm allowed to be here...
Are you sure it's time for him to be up and about? Do you know when his shift starts?
I have no idea. I'm just going to wait for 2 hours. And we'll see if he comes out.
Because I don't know what his schedule is like. Oh, he's in this room right now.
There he is, right there. Hey.
The Imperial Legion is at your disposal, citizen. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, you got a new job.
I've been reassigned. This is outrageous. The great things have handed this. I am bound by duty and honor to obey this order. After all these years.
Well, it could have been worse, right? At least you're not floating in the harbor or something.
In Anvil.
Well, I mean, he's not materialistic. You can give him that, eh?
Yep.
He actually really cares about justice and cares about his job.
Well, there's the transfer order. Mission accomplished. Now what am I supposed to do? All I need to do is get back to Scriva. Okay, so I got to go back to Breville now. Breville, is that where she lives?
Yep. That's just straight south.
Yeah, okay. I got to go back to Breville. But I have to wait for the harmful rays of the sun to disappear again, and I guess we've probably taken up enough time.
Speak.
So I think we're going to call this an episode right here, right now.
Alrighty.
So until next time,
I'm Recv5.
and I am Sandman099.
Have a good one.